This is ENGWE ENGWE, a fat tire e-bike that is made to be road legal in the EU. On paper, a 250-watt motor seems like an underpowered version of the Engine Pro, but in reality, it feels just as powerful, especially if you unlock the speed limit for off-road use. I'll talk more about it in just a bit. The bike comes in a pretty standard-looking box. It arrived with plenty of padding and without any transportation damage. In the retail box, you get everything you need to get started, including the parts that need to be assembled. You can also find tools, a charger, and so on. Assembly is pretty straightforward and it takes about 20 minutes. Just like the Engine Pro that I reviewed last year, the metal construction of the bike looks and feels solid and the build quality is excellent. Just like all fat tire e-bikes, this one is pretty heavy, weighing almost 32 kilograms. One of the advantages is easily transportable due to the bike's foldable design. I suggest taking the battery out first so it's easier to load the bike into the car. The key hardware features include a removable and lockable 13 amps 48 volts battery, a front and back suspension, a Shimano 7-speed system, a sturdy metal-made rear rack, and front and rear mudguards that are also made of metal. The front light is powerful enough to illuminate the road in front of you, the rear light is nice and bright, and it has an integrated brake light. The seat and the handlebar posts are easily adjustable. The bike is suited for riders ranging from 160 cm to 210 cm tall. The total weight capacity is 150 kilograms. For reference, my height is about 170 cm and I weigh about 75 kilograms. Other key features: the bike has a thumb throttle, the front and back brakes are mechanical, the metal-made kickstand is robust, and we have nice quality foldable pedals made by Velgo. The LCD has a nice backlight and it allows you to choose from 5 power assist modes or turn off the motor assistance if you want to do a bit of exercising. You can also see the real-time speed, battery left, trip distance, odometer, maximum and average speed, and so on. I could not find the information on the official water resistance rating, but I washed the ENGWE with a garden hose several times and everything still works as new. However, do it at your own risk and try not to pour water into the battery compartment. The ENGWE has a good old mechanical bell that is not the best, but it is loud enough to give notice to pedestrians. Here is an audio sample. Now let's talk about the riding experience and how all of the bike's hardware works in practice. First of all, you need the key to start the ignition and start riding at the desired power mode. On paper, the ENGWE is underpowered as it has a 250-watt rear hub motor. However, if you plan to use it on private property, you can easily unlock the speed to almost 50 km per hour, which unlocks the full power of the motor too. I mostly use the bike at the maximum power assist level, and I found the rear hub motor along with the 20-inch fat tires to be excellent in conquering pretty much any terrain. In fact, the ENGWE feels almost as powerful as the Engine Pro that I reviewed last year. That means that you can lock the speed to 25 km per hour for riding the bike on the road and unlock it for off-road use. Even if you keep the speed limit on, the ENGWE feels very powerful. It always felt that the bike had a good power reserve even when riding it in the mud or soft and wet grass, and you can immediately feel a powerful torque when you hit the throttle or start pedaling. When I was off-road, 30 km per hour was the maximum speed I felt comfortable on the bumpy terrain. The bike feels stable and smooth, and the dual suspension system works really well. It's not the softest I've tested, but it does a decent job absorbing the bumps. I also found the seat to be soft and comfortable, and the handlebar grips are decent. When I rode the bike on asphalt, I reached about 45 km per hour maximum speed, which is very fast, but the bike felt stable and the handling was pretty good. Hydraulic disc brakes would have been nice, but the mechanical ones are highly effective and they stop the bike fast without making any squeaking noise. Also, the Shimano gears are shifting smoothly. Lastly, the ENGWE does not make any rattling noise, which is the case with quite a few e-bikes when they are being ridden off-road. Overall, the riding experience is very good, highly comparable to the Engine Pro, which is, in my opinion, still one of the best all-around fat tire e-bikes. During my test, I could get about 60 kilometers on a single charge, which is a very good result considering the fact that I rode the bike mostly off-road and I used the throttle a lot. The 13 amps 48 volts battery can last you up to 120 kilometers, but that's only if you pedal a lot and ride it in ideal conditions. You can remove the battery and charge it at home or keep it inside the frame of the bike. Overall, the ENGWE is a near excellent fat tire e-bike, especially if you need a versatile and EU road legal vehicle. The only flaw that I could mention, I wish the bike had a better quality bell, but you can always upgrade it. Other than that, it ticks all the boxes. It's got the power and the speed, especially when you unlock the speed limit. The bike is sturdy and foldable. I like a dual suspension system, good quality mechanical disc brakes, solid battery life, and the overall riding experience is great. If you're looking for a bike with 20-inch fat tires that complies with the EU law, but it has all the speed and power for off-road use when you unlock it, the ENGWE is a very solid option and I can easily recommend it. What do you think about the ENGWE? Would you buy this bike or would you choose another fat tire e-bike? Tell me in the comment section down below. Also like the video if you liked it. Please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. And as always, it was Linus. Thank you for watching and see you soon.